Welcome back to the Recovery Tapes for episode number 46. My name's Gary and I'm your host, and we commence episode number 3 of Perth City Rapper Month. Now, this week's guest is someone who I frequently follow and laugh at their social media just for the real connectability, understanding. We all have our days of ups and downs, and sometimes this guy will pull you out of a shit day and just make you go, fuck it, you know what? So before I go on anymore, can you introduce yourself to everyone, please?
Sure. How you going, everybody? Thanks for having me. I'm Trick, or Trick.Mc. No one can decide which one to call me, and I don't know either. So pick one and go with it. I'm from Perth. I'm a local, grew up here, always been here. And I guess I'm trying to become an Aussie rapper sort of thing. That's why I'm on for this month, eh?
Yeah, no, it's cool, bro. Your content and what you do.
Yeah.
I wanted to get you on just to talk about what your opinion is on the Perth scene, up and coming people. I value your opinion with what you're trying to do because you're trying to be someone yourself as well. So I think it's cool for other rappers in Perth and shit as well to be able to just listen to a conversation of just sort of free-flowing gibberish, but it's all what they would be sort of like thinking in their head sort of thing.
Yeah, I just hit you with the pre-warning. There will be gibberish. There will be gibberish and blabber and let's go.
Yeah, man. So how old are you, bro, and where'd you grow up?
So I just turned 36 this year. I grew up here, always been in Perth. I've moved around a little bit. I went down sort of Bunbury and Harvey ways for a couple of years when I was a kid. I've been sort of all over Perth. We moved a lot when I was young. So north of the river normally, and that's where I am now, still northern suburbs. So
the goat side of the river.
Yeah, bro. It feels, every time I go south, I'm like, it's like the shadowy bit in The Lion King where they tell you never go there, Simba. It's scary down that way, bro. But yeah, no. So north side, yeah.
So fucking, how did this all start for you, man? Like, tell us the story.
I'll try and keep it semi-short and sweet, but so pretty much for me, I was like, I've worked full time, I'm busy, got a couple of kids, like family, just life. And then I've had a couple of pretty nasty injuries, just knee injuries, back injuries. So for the last year and a half, my life just flipped upside down, like hugely. And I didn't realize how much physical activity and even just having hobbies and daily activities to achieve actually helped me compartmentalize whatever issues I might have that week, that day, that month. Since I haven't been able to do that, bro, I just found myself sitting around, wasting away, getting in this hole of just negative spiral, downward. Every day became just harder and harder. And it's not like there was one big thing that definitively made me feel sad or down or depressive or whatever. It was just my whole, every outlet that I had been sort of ripped away without me realizing because of these injuries. And so as time was going on, I just sort of started to realize, like, I'm putting on shitloads of weight. I'm not doing the things I normally do. Everything's just becoming hard. Yeah, and it's the stacking of all these little shitty things that aren't a problem on their own, but all of a sudden your life's that different to what it was not so long ago that, you're just feeling out of place. So anyway, it led to me I've always been someone who, I'll have a laugh at myself any day of the week, and I don't mind if other people do it at my expense either. That's sort of one thing I've always loved to do. And this just came about because I had no fucking purpose, bro. It felt like for quite a few months I had just no purpose. Obviously I have kids, obviously I have a purpose, but like my little daily personal stuff wasn't there. And I didn't really know how to handle it. So I ended up doing a couple of silly pages and videos, and then I ended up doing like a mixed martial arts thing where I was taking the piss a little bit with some videos on that. But it wasn't really like a passion. I love the sport, but I don't love to cover the sport that much. And that led to this. And then all of a sudden I'm doing fucking freestyles online and screaming in my car. And honestly, bro, I thought I was going to get told by 10 or 20 people, stop it, go home, unk, like you're too old for this shit. And that was going to be me, right? On to my next fucking crazy hobby. But it didn't. It started to fucking blow up and everyone was like, hey, dude, you might actually be all right at this. So that's where it started. And then each day I got up, hey man, can you jump on this verse? Hey, what do you reckon about this beat? And I'm like, oh fuck, I've got something to do today. So it actually gave me a bit of fire under me to get up because it was for somebody else. It wasn't just to serve myself. It was like, I can't let this guy down or I can't let this person down. So that's what kind of kick-started this whole thing, and just it hasn't stopped since that day, bro. So
cool, man.
Yeah.
So fucking cool. Like, 23.7k followers as well.
Is that it now? Yeah.
I checked just before. I'm pretty sure. I was looking
Wow.
at
Last I looked, I was 21 something or 22 something. Yeah, unbelievable.
when they start coming in, it fucking stacks up. You don't like. I put my first video up. It was just me carrying on.
Yeah.
And it fucking went off.
Yeah.
And it was like you can't even get the opportunity to read some of the comments or the stuff as well. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy, eh?
I did one yesterday, and I'll tell you the funniest thing about this social media. You can plan all you want and think you've got the perfect video and the perfect skeleton of a plan and a theory and all. And everyone's like, yeah, cool. It's like, whatever, gets a couple 100 views, no one gives a shit. You're screaming your car. Yesterday I sat there and I did, singing in an Aussie accent, the fucking Usher song. And I was like, I'm not going to post this crap. Like, this is stupid. It's like 500,000 views in a day. It's like crazy. So you can't plan for this one's going off. This one's not, it's just some people take off and some don't. Yeah, some videos.
It's even your video you do with your Scouse accent and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
man, like people love it, bro.
I know.
It's fucking cool as.
That's kind of the funny thing is like, I do this whole hook at the start. Well, I used to do on my older videos. Oh, my wife says I'll never be an Aussie rapper, so I'll keep spitting my hard bars or whatever. But it was like, all in all, man, I like to just fucking entertain and make people laugh and make people step away from the stresses of reality for a minute, because that's what makes me feel better than anything. No matter what I'm going through, if I'm laughing and I'm with my mates and you forget all that stuff, even if it's for a few minutes. And sometimes that's enough for the day, So that's my real purpose, bro, I just want to leave a room better than when I got there. Or, and I guess I can reach a lot of rooms on social media, which I never really thought about in the past. So, yeah.
Do you do other platforms apart from
Insta?
Insta?
Insta's definitely my main hub, and I think that's just, maybe it's an age thing too. Like, I used to be Facebook, and then I went off social media for a while. Instagram's my most familiar app.
Yeah.
I don't really, I'm on TikTok, but it feels like my numbers on my apps reflect the effort I put into them.
Yeah, okay.
So TikTok, I'll throw a video up and I don't even go back on there really because I don't use TikTok. I don't. Whereas Instagram, I try and get back to the comments or the messages, and I'm scrolling on Instagram myself. So it just feels more normal. TikTok feels forced. YouTube as well. Like, I've got a YouTube channel, but at the moment it's just regurgitated shorts and less than what my Instagram has. So at some point, I'd probably like to venture into some YouTubes, but right now, Instagram's the main hub for sure.
Just got my YouTube kicked off quite well, actually.
Nice.
This whole backdrop of where we are and what we're doing is seemed to be the element that I didn't have prior. Like, I was doing my videos and my recordings with people through the computer.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with it. You do it every now and then for, remote guests or whatever it is, but I was finding I was losing passion for it. I was losing the drive. Like, it was just like a Zoom call or like a work meeting, you know what I mean? I way prefer more to sit down like we are now. And I do it all the time, but I'll just do it again. Like, shout out to James from Monsters Inc. for fucking giving me this opportunity this is where he feeds his kids, bro. This is his bread. And he gives me the key and trusts me every single weekend, man. Like, he's a big believer in what I do. And I feel like that's what a sponsor should be. 100%. Like, someone that believes in you. So fucking, since that's all happened and I've been going on, I don't have like a huge following on there or anything, but it's just gone 3K people watching me on YouTube, and that's fucking huge.
That's huge on YouTube, man. Like I say, if you compare, you said mine, Instagram's 23 something, and to be fair, I haven't posted much on YouTube, but it wasn't kicking off anything like the way Instagram did, because I don't feel like my content is suitable for YouTube right now. It's all just shorts. Short form. And I need some longer form content, which at this stage I haven't planned or thought about. So there's a long-term plan to maybe do that, but Instagram's the place for me, whereas this seems perfect for a YouTube platform, right? Because it is long form, Like, I
want to be more helpful for people too as well. Like, every week I want there to be a video where they can, even if they don't watch it or listen to it straight away, it's like in their downtime or whatever, when they're fucking just got an hour and a bit or whatever, just sit down and listen to a couple of blokes had a yarn, like bit of belief sat where you were sitting last week.
Unreal,
and man, like, that's so fucking cool that to have Bitter on, and then a few other people I've had on. Like, I got big aspirations for this podcast.
That's amazing, bro. I mean, the people you've already named, and I saw Daniel Dawson was on one of yours as well. Like, I've been a fan of him since I was a kid.
He's
like, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, it's really cool. So, and at the end of the day, right, like, another thing I've learned, I know it's easy to say from where I sit with my following, for example, on Instagram, but that doesn't always reflect the quality of the work. It doesn't, man. Like, it really doesn't. And I've noticed that pretty quickly. I didn't know much about the social media world before I kicked off this whole thing, but numbers doesn't mean much, to be honest. Like,
doesn't.
yeah.
I've talked about it a lot the last couple of weeks,
Yeah.
and it's sort of just like, it's kind of like this element that I'm not focusing on, but I'm not letting it slip out of my view either. Like, I'm noticing the small growth and stuff like that. And I guess when you're doing something, it's always nice to see that come. But yeah, just going back to some of the stuff that you do, man, like, how did the accent come into it? Like, where did that all come from?
This is what I try to explain to people, because, like, slight sidestep, people say, how long have I been rapping for? How long have I been writing for? The answer is 6 or 7 months, but the answer is actually my whole life. Like, I haven't sat and penned verses and tried to be a rapper, but I've always done the voice mimicking, singing along to my favorite songs or my favorite raps or whatever growing up. Like, it's all, I can't have music on around me and not be fucking vibing to it. And that was a bit of a problem when I worked in nightclubs and stuff, because I'm like fucking dancing on the security box, you know? So I feel music and art and stuff strongly. So in terms of that, it's like, all I've done in the last few months is whack a camera in front of myself, really. You ask my poor missus, like, it's funny, right? But it's like, shut the fuck up after I've been doing it every day for years. But that's what it is, bro. I feel like a parrot. I mimic shit and I try and imitate stuff. And I worked with a Scouser for a couple of years and did a lot of like shift work. And so I just end up fucking sitting in the car talking to him like him, you know what I mean? And that's where all that stuff sort of comes from. Same with the singing. Like, I don't know what a musical note is, bro. People are in the comments like, oh, look at all those key changes. He knows what he's doing. I'm like, can you explain to me what the hell that means? Is that good? I don't know, but I know how to mimic. So that's where it all sort of stems from. Yeah, just me having a laugh, to be honest.
Man, I listened to you on Bard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a fun day,
Yeah, that was good, man.
Yeah.
That was a good...
Oh,
I was
good.
laughing, man.
Yeah, we were fucking going, oh, is this it already? Before anything... We're just cancelled straight away. And I was like, you're trying to hold your tongue a bit? Yeah, it's funny, man. But that was a good day. Yeah. That was fun.
So what experiences have you got with, like, addiction and stuff, man? Have you had many people around you or yourself?
Yeah. Essentially, like... With all due respect, I've had most of my family like has experienced addiction and addictive substances. People have passed away from it. It's ruined a lot of lives in my family tree. So I did the best I could to stay away from all that stuff. And as I had my own kids, like, I personally haven't been into any heavy drugs or anything in my life ever, but I did that deliberately because I know I have such an addictive personality, and I know that's a common term, but anything I do, it's like fucking turbo speed, 110%. And one funny, stupid example I always think of when it comes to this is, like, one day when I was a bit younger, someone invited me to a paintball game. I've never fucking played paintball, but instead of just going and having fun at paintball, I was like obsessively studying paintball, you know, learning techniques and all this weird shit. And I'm like, why can't I just enjoy things at a steady pace? Next thing, hey babe, just letting you know I'm going to become a pro poker player. She's like, what? Someone showed me how to play poker once, and I'm like full studying with palm cards and, like, you know what I mean? It's everything I do is full on. Same with fucking food. If I start eating, I don't stop eating. It's like everything I do is a full on extreme. I can't just balance. It was the same when I was into my training, like all through my 20s. It was strength training and a bit of Muay Thai and but everything was like full on obsession. There was a time in my life where I would fucking sniff a Tim Tam and throw it away and eat my good food because I was that into it. But now I went completely the other way, and I haven't trained properly in ages, and I eat like shit. So it's like both sides of the spectrum are fucking intense. So to answer your question, yeah, I got a lot of experience with people around me, which I also think, luckily, I took that as lessons. I don't want to be like that, not, oh, well, that's what you do. You know how there's always that. I can say I do this because that's all I know, or I can say I learnt from this because that's all I know. And I try to make those decisions as often as I can. That's not how I want to be. I've experienced that. I'm going to go the other way. So yeah, there's been a lot of addiction in my family. For me though, that addiction has been more, bro, I'm addicted to fucking now like comfort and dopamine and like food, you know, like I have these, and again, they're not like on their own vicious addictions that are going to destroy my life, but they actually do in the long term when they all pile up and go on for a long time. So the person that I am today is very different to the person I was a few years ago, good and bad. But like I've seen, like for example, I know it sounds stupid, but like food, fuck, bro. Like, yeah, that's. If I'm sad, I eat. I'm like fat bastard off the old Austin Powers movie. When I'm unhappy, I eat, and I'm unhappy because I eat. That's me. If I'm happy, I eat. If we celebrate, I eat. It's like, yeah. So food for me is the big one. I have my things, man. I've been through periods. I've never been a big drinker, but I've noticed if I get comfortable having a few drinks after work, or I'm like, this is becoming a thing now. I need to stop it before it really takes off. So, yeah.
I like to talk to people about their opinions on it and their experiences, no matter what, you know what I mean? Because it's also refreshing for the listeners to have someone on who's not, you know, that same guest every week. Like, and that's why I wanted to get you on, because I felt like we could have sort of, even though it's Rapper Month, I did this with Bitter. Like, yes, the music is the basis of what we're talking about and stuff like that, but I like for people to sort of get to know the guests, to sort of who they are more behind what they see on socials or what they hear on Spotify, or like what you've gone around. Like, have you met Alter?
Yes, I have. Yeah, we did. He was at the show I did not too long ago, the Breaking Bread show, the freestyle comp. He's a great dude.
That cunt is like exactly what you hear in his music and exactly what you see of him on social media. That is like exactly him. And he's such a fucking breath of fresh air in the Perth scene, eh? One
thing I noticed about him, and I've noticed it on his videos, but when I saw him live, it was more so prominent. When that fella gets on stage and it's like 3, 2, 1, lights on, you see him fucking come alive, bro. Like, he's a pretty placid dude in general, getting around. When that stage comes on, the man just unleashes and becomes alive. It's like that thing, that spark is on, you know? And that's, to me, how you know you're doing the right thing. You're doing what you're meant to be doing when you come alive like that. Fighters talk about it when they're in the ring or when they're in the cage or whatever. Like, that's my moment to just be free. That's what I saw that, visually saw that from him. It was cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Have him and Kane are going to come on. I'm going to get them both to come on individually, hear their stories. But yeah, no, I went to one of his gigs that he had at Music on Murray. So on Murray Street, he hired out a little venue and fucking got up and spat some fire,
and that fella can go freestyles, man. I think the first time I ever saw him, Alta, was it was like a live video freestyling in the car. And here I am, right, fucking doing my stupid 30-second, 20-second things. This guy's gone for like 10 minutes asking for words and stuff. And I'm like, this is ridiculous, bro. The guy's, knows how to keep it going.
That's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about. Like, what's your impression, or what like has impressed you, or what's something that stood out to you in the Perth scene recently? Because there has been a lot going on with the music at the moment.
I'll tell you another interesting thing, right? Me coming into this, I can't remember what it was. It might be 7, 8 months ago, 6 months ago, something like that, this whole music thing. And I mentioned it on Bard. I haven't really been immersed in the world of Aussie hip-hop or underground hip-hop. I haven't. I've just, not deliberately, I just haven't. I've just had life going on. So since I started this, obviously, I start to hyper-focus a bit more on, that's this guy. Like, I've met people, same at this Breaking Bread thing a few weeks ago. I'm meeting people and then having other people go, you just met such and such. And I'm like, fuck, I wasn't familiar with them because I've been outside of the world. So looking in now, I've come in, it's almost like having a fresh set of eyes. I don't have any biases. I don't have any favorites. I don't have any predisposed like ideas of people. I'm just taking everybody on face value. And one thing I noticed, man, and as we touched on with the numbers on Instagram, there are some fucking hidden gems out there, dude. Ooh, yeah. Like people with serious fucking talent and Perth, other places in Australia, like people with talent that I'm like, how is this guy not one of them? Like, you know what I mean? And it starts to go, is it rigged? Like, if he can't do it, So, but what I try to do with my thing in relation to all that is I'm sitting there, and for a couple of weeks, I was putting out these videos that were kind of over a bit of an AI screen type thing. And it was like, no one really gives a stuff about that, man. It's just another rapper. There's heaps of rappers. There's heaps of good songs. There's heaps of good verses. So I'm like, how can we be a little bit different? And that's what made me think, fuck, I just need someone to watch the first 3, 4, 5 seconds of my video And then that's where this whole kind of comedy like stuff came into it a little bit. But then it started to work. So I'm like, maybe everybody's a bit too fucking serious. Maybe everybody's putting on this like front that we used to do on the internet, and everyone had to be perfect and everything's in line. You know what I mean? You got this perfect thing going on. And I just went, fuck it, I'm doing the opposite, man. I'm in my hard bardigan, my 90 or whatever I was in, and I'm just scruffed up, looking like a fucking, you know, let's go. Like,
I guess that's the other reason why so many people attract to what you're doing is because you can, I mean, we won't call out any names or say any people, but you can see the people who are shooting these short videos, they're putting it up, they're trying to do that. I'm a rapper, I'm a sick cunt, I'm this, I'm that. And then you've got the other half of it who they're making music. Like they're making music, they're doing songs like, I'll give him a shout out because I've known the cunt for 20 years. We went to jail together. We fucking knew each other before everything, man. I met this cunt when I was 13. So Pat, Kid Crook, he's just released his first album on Spotify. I've known this cunt since we were fucking 13 years old, bro. And he was rapping back then and was like, I am going to fucking have my own CD one day. And he's just released it. He's done like 4 or 5 shows in the past few months, right?
Wow, man.
And he is fucking killing it. And it's dope, man. I love it.
I'm envious of people who, when they were young, went, I want to do that. Because that's been one of my biggest troubles in life is like, I feel like I have something to give. I feel like I have stuff I can do, but what the fuck is it? Like, you know, when you're a kid, first of all, you're not really thinking about that, depending on what kind of life you're living as a child. But like, everyone's, oh, what do you want to be? What do you want to be? Fuck, I don't know, man. Like, we're trying to figure out who we are and who everyone else is and what is all this bullshit we're living through, and you expect us to like choose what we want to do when we're 12 or 13 years old. But I'm envious of people who have a passion. Like, I had passions, as I said, music was one of my passions, but never did I think, for some reason, I never thought, oh, I want to be a this or I want to be a that. And plus, there's this kind of cultural thing I think we can have, whether it's Aussie or I don't know exactly what it is. I think it's a bit Aussie. It's like, what do they call it? Like tall poppy syndrome or something, where it's kind of like, who the fuck do you think you are? And I kind of grew up thinking, I don't want to act as if I'm the main dude or I'm better than everyone else or I can sing and rap and they can't. Like I felt I wanted to fit in with, like, I'm pretty easygoing. I'll fit in with anybody almost, but I look at it now as like I have something to offer people. So I don't do this because I want to be a rich, famous rapper. Like, I'll take the treasures if it's there, bro, but I don't really care that deeply for it. I care way more deeply for the people who message me or talk to me and say, you fucking made me like get up and go to work today, or you made me feel like your video, man, it might be a 20-second video and you're saying I've just changed the course of your whole day. That's huge. So that's more rewarding for me. And that's how I look at it now. I'm putting something out there that I can give to someone else to take a positive from, not because I want to be, look at me, I'm in the fucking spotlight. That's not what it is, you know? And that's where this whole thing of me, I ain't perfect. I'm not perfect looking, acting. I don't live perfect, like, you know? So why would I try and convince everybody else that I am? It's just fucking waste of energy and you end up disappointing everybody anyway. So that's my angle anyway.
You've done it for me.
Yeah.
I turned on my Instagram one day. I wasn't having a very good morning at work. We were having a coffee, 10-minute break, and I just was scrolling through and fucking, one of your videos come up where you were
that's so good to hear. I love that.
It was the one where you were fucking, you were trying not to laugh.
All of them. Yeah, all of them.
And you put like trying not to laugh. Yeah. It was to do a 50 Cent beat. And
like a freestyle one or something.
Man, it was fucking, I was like showing the boys at work. Like, rah. And that's it. That's why I asked you to come on, because I was like, this guy changed my day.
That's
he changed
epic,
my whole fucking mood, my whole head state. And that is the power of social media.
Yeah.
Like pages when people are not trying to monetize or do whatever they're doing. Like, it's just there for people to take what they want from it. And it's a fucking beautiful thing.
That's awesome, man. See, this is the other thing. Again, with numbers and stuff, every once in a while, oh, you must be killing it now. You must be, oh, look at you. I'm like, mate, I haven't made a single dollar off Instagram or any of my fucking shit. I make money. I might have 10 cents on my Spotify account, you know what I mean, if that. But like, it's not what it's for. I'm not... And I've sometimes looked at this as a negative in my life, but there's a balance, but I don't think it is a negative. I'm not deeply driven by money. I'm just not. Like,
it's really good.
I'm driven by enough money to make sure my people are safe, happy, fed, comfortable, right? But like beyond that, I'd like nice things, but not. It doesn't burn inside me, bro. It doesn't get me out of bed. Like, I don't care that much about it.
I'll share a short story with you. I was not approached, but messaged by like a studio that's a pretty big studio.
Yep.
And they're like, "Oh, seen what you're doing, seen you sort of like different sort of settings and that. Like, why don't you just come in and sign up with us? Like, we'll do all the legwork for you. We'll record it, we'll edit it, we'll make the social videos. Like, you just come in and do that." And like, okay, yeah, no worries. But like,
What's
who the fuck has $300 a week?
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. Like, that's what and I get that with a good deal because I know the guy. Like, some of these people you see that have podcasts specifically, if you look on their YouTube channel and every time they're in a full studio production, man, they're spending like thousands and like 10 episodes is like $3,500.
It's unreal. But again, like I wouldn't do the rap thing or the verse. I've recorded everything on my page from a broken front camera of an iPhone 13. My rear camera doesn't even work. I've dropped it that many times. You know what I mean? So like, you don't need all the gear. You just need a little fucking idea and go for it, man.
Passion.
And as well, like, I think we've reached this stage online where, again, people are sick of seeing perfect everything and perfect makeup and perfect looking this, that, and the other. Like, I myself scroll through social media and see a real person. And firstly, I'm like, oh, I must know this person because it's like a personal video.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know them, but it's more engaging because it just feels real. I'm talking to or I'm listening to a real person. That to me is far more engaging. So again, I think I tapped into that sort of area of social media, and apparently that's what's getting pushed these days too. I notice a lot of AI content creators and stuff, and like, it's all good, but I think there's a big fucking black mark on AI stuff at the moment from my little bit of research I've done. So
Bit of touched on it last week, and we can have a bit of a giggle about it too, because like, it's weird. He's a fucking cool cunt. Like, whatever the fuck happened with Diddy, with all the baby oil and all the fucking beating,
so much happened with
beating
Diddy.
these bitches up and having these freak parties and supposedly raping all these blokes, and like, bro, fuck me. The amount of shit that come out about that weird cunt, and then all the shit that supposedly happened with Biggie, and now that guy's going to fucking trial in America for the Tupac shooting, and like, I think people are just fucking over the whole Mr. Guy. Like, Jay-Z is a good example to use. Like, Jay-Z's a king in the whole industry, right? But fuck, I've heard some wild shit about that cunt, man.
Yeah, and it's like you hear one thing and go, you hear 10 things and start going,
Same
you know
with
what I mean?
Beyonce,
Like,
man.
there's a lot of stuff, and
dude.
you probably the same as me, man. I go into some rabbit holes of like conspiracies. I love all that stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Even if it's not to just be a looper, but like, I like to show me everything and let me think on it and let me decide. And far more often than not, like, I'm like, I reckon that's true. You know what I mean? It's,
So, man, like, even off the back of what we were just talking about then, 10 News released a video yesterday, or not yesterday, it's probably about a week ago now. I did a short conspiracy video on it because I've started doing them. I've started
love
doing
that, bro.
fucking.
I'll get on that.
Yeah, man. I've done one. Got like, man, one was like fucking $250,000. Like, everyone was going nuts.
What
Like,
are you
the
doing?
people
Short form stuff or like?
No, short form stuff, just with my opinion about what I think's going on and this and that. And I know a few other content creators have done it as well, but like, yeah, there's a lot going on with the whole conspiracy thing and whatever's happening, because people are starting to realize that all of these big platforms, like we were talking about before, these celebrities or these big name people, they're not offering you any advice or information that you can apply to your own life.
Yeah.
They're not recording or doing their videos themselves, like you were speaking about in your car, and having that purpose to it. There's just these groups of people who are just chopping up all this content and just flooding the internet with fucking shit, man.
And you know what else, man? And I think I suffered from this as a kid. And I think it's deliberate. People at the very top echelon, it's like a gatekeeping mechanism where they want to make everything seem so far out of reach for us little peasants. Don't even bother trying. And I have seen some lowish to mid-tier artists acting that way, whether it's actors or singers, whatever. Like, as if everything you post, and again, not about the following, but like, I'm like, hang on a sec, look at me. I got 20 odd thousand. I'm fucking still the same dude I was 6 months ago. Not a thing's changed for me. So how come when you have 10 or 15,000, we're supposed to believe that you're some
King Dick?
You know, it's a bit weird. And look, there's probably multiple layers to that, like people's own psyche and how they view themselves. Maybe they were bullied. Who knows? But for me, I agree with you. I think we're just sick of this whole out of reach super celebrity. At the end of the day, right, Jay-Z and Beyonce and all the people you can think of that people worship, they're just fucking people. You know, like I can have the utmost respect for achievements and passion and endeavors, but like no human being will make me cry and bow to my knees because I'm so, you know, like that's weird. It's like a worship thing. And I feel fucking weird when people in a restaurant call me sir. I don't want to be like that anyway, you know what I mean? Just we're all people, man.
There's been a few people like moving away to Bali and getting out of Australia. Like there's been some content going around as well about people sort of like pointing out the flaws that we are starting to have in our country, and some of them are really relatable, man. Like, you know, another dude was saying like the ATO hit me with pay your tax and then you've got to pay your next year's tax as well, like on the spot, like because he's just recently blown up with what he's doing. Sure. So like he's got all this money coming in from socials, is what he's doing, and then they're just trying to rinse whatever they can out of him, and he's like, I just fucking
let me get off the ground.
Yeah, like come on, like so he's talking like, why wouldn't I just go and move to Bali, especially with the way, I mean, for fuck's sakes, bro, Pauline Hanson is the favoured person in Parliament right now, and I think it's only by a short percent. I don't normally get political on the podcast, but like I've been listening to Carl Stevanovic's podcast, man, and that shit's fuck. If you haven't listened to that, bro,
excuse me,
get around that. That guy is talking some absolute truth.
Wow, I saw he was in the news maybe months ago for some controversial stuff. I didn't even know he had a podcast before that. But
so like for everyone listening, if you haven't and you're like interested in what's actually happening in our country, he went and said a bit too much. I think on Channel 9 it was. Right. And they fired him. Okay. And so he was like, well, fuck you, I'm going to make a podcast. And now that podcast has more fucking views and subscribers than the Today Show. Like
you touched on it before, man. Like, and this is a sort of thing that I've discussed with my close mates and stuff. Like, we've reached this point. Like, I think back in the day, right, and the further back you go, the more prevalent this is. We know what they want us to know, they being they. Whoever they are. You know, right? Yeah. So like we used to have to fucking sit and read a newspaper or wait for the 6 o'clock news, and that's not that long ago. Now I think the internet blowing up, it's given too many people, like it's open source, man, and we share things instantly from across the world now. Like I said, I posted a dumb video last night and 500,000 people have seen that now. That's Imagine crazy, when it's like deep fucking important stuff, whereas that would have never happened back then. And I think collectively, human beings just working and networking and like I say, having this open source, it's starting to unravel a lot of bullshit that we used to get told, just don't worry about it, mummy and daddy's sorting it out, you know? And it's like a lot of facades and a lot of bullshit and a lot of, and I think we're unraveling it pretty fucking quick.
I mean, I got tracked off just before I was supposed to say it to you, but the video I did that I recently made last week was... It's a remix of a 10 News video, right? Yeah. So it was very subtly introducing through a fucking 1 minute 10 News clip that all it's going to take in the future is the banks and whoever's controlling the money outside of the banks, their facial scan recognition to pay for your food.
I saw that. I don't know if that was on your thing then or if I saw the news thing.
Bro, yeah, wow. That was some serious control methods being... So really for people who, just to sort of explain it off the back, they were sort of dropping the hook in the water to see how many people would react to said video because, like you said now, social media, lots of people seeing it, this and that. Yeah. It's crazy how a video that's basically saying like your children... when they are old enough to start a business or buy a car or whatever they're going to do, if you're going to pay for your life through a scanner in your eye with a chip or fucking whatever it is that they put in you, or you wear a fucking contact lens or however they're going to put it through to us. And I don't think personally enough people are fucking up in arms about that, eh?
I think everybody's numb. Everybody's so numb. And again, like you can sound as tinfoil hatty as you feel like, but the whole system is set up to just keep you fucking busy, shut your mouth, do your job, pay your tax, go home, go to sleep, do it again. Don't have time to think about all the ways. Like I said, I kind of look at it as a lot of governments can feel like a pretty shitty mum and dad who give the kid no fucking respect. They just say, shut up, go sit on your iPad. You don't know. And that's how I feel like citizens get treated sometimes. And we're not dumb. We're not fucking, you know what I mean? Like we see stuff. And so I think, because what were you just saying then about the, I've just completely lost my point.
The facial recognition.
The facial recognition. My God, bro, because, that's what it was. People will be saying, oh, it's no big deal. It's convenient, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, no, you're being sold convenience. That's like the facade that it's so easy now, but it's not. It's all just another element of control over your life. And already we've said the phrase like, we aren't perfect. Humans are not perfect. So the more robotic and computerized and controlled and monitored we are, the more imperfections you're going to see come out of yourself. Because like I've heard things about, oh, you fucking jaywalked. Oh, you didn't pay your overdue fees for something. Well, you can't buy groceries or you can't do this now. And it's like, there's got to be a line where we can operate with some sort of level of privacy and balance, right? But it doesn't feel like that's where they want us. They want us like in full control. There's TV shows and fucking movies about this stuff, you know, and a lot of movies have like messages and ideas that come to fruition or that are already planned. Like
people say that they do it sort of 5 to 10 years in advance in the movies to sort of like release it slowly to people to get them to take it in, think about the idea and then forget it. And then when it's actually happening to them, it's like this fucking...
It's familiarity almost. Yeah. That's what I was saying. That's where you had me at everybody's numb. Everybody's so desensitized and numb to everything. Like, again, another example in the same realm, when I was a kid at school, when we started getting phones and computers just coming in and stuff, every once in a while someone would go, check this video out, and it's like a brutal fight or somebody getting really hurt or something. And it would make you feel sick and like, oh my God, that's crazy. Now,
it's
like,
the norm.
Dude, there's teenagers watching like horrendous stuff, real life, and the comments will be, oh, I should have walked faster, like everybody's really desensitized to death and horror and blood and war and everything.
Do you remember when we were like, because I'm 32, I turned 33 in October, right? So I remember when sort of like, those beheading videos started coming out like around when the fucking Iraq war first started, and like your friend would be like, "Oh, watch this video."
You gotta watch it.
Yeah, and it's like this cunt getting his head cut off with a butter knife. Like we were watching that since we were 12, 13-ish. So like, put that into today's today, where TikTok and all that or whatever you're scrolling on constantly. Like, we would consume one of those videos maybe like once or twice a year, like, and it would be a big shock. But for now, kids are just like,
and especially if you got kids at home who are just, there's a lot of young kids either have access to iPads or their own phone or their siblings' phones and just sit there and doom scroll like horrendous stuff. Even the sexualization of people, like again, when I was a kid, if you saw a photo of a boob, it was like, wow, like, you know what I mean? That's wild. Like, I've seen one. Now it's like kids are having sex in primary school and stuff. It's like unbelievably
like
crazy.
You walk into the newsagents. I grew up in Wanneroo, and there used to be at the old Wanneroo shopping centre. There used to be this little newsagent, sort of like halfway through, and we'd go in and fucking look at the like K-Zone magazines. Or fucking, like, all the
if you're not going to buy, get out.
Yeah. I think I used to buy Pokemon cards or Dragon Ball Z cards from there or something. But there was like this section, and they were all the porn mags, you know. And if we would like go close, the dude would be like staring across the counter, like.
You walk really slowly past that bit, and like try and get a look. Yeah, like I say, now, dude, kids wouldn't have they're like, well, I've seen those before. Yeah. Or like even that's why I stayed off TikTok back in the day. I open up TikTok, what's this all about? It's just like naked girls dancing, and I'm like, I actually don't want to really watch that, actually. I just want to see some like alien stuff, you know?
I've been doing a bit of study and a bit of sort of research around it, right? And they're saying that men in our society are losing their masculinity and their purpose and basically their ether of what they're connected to in their DNA, in their roots, because this content that you see, like you were saying now, like all the chicks in their bikinis, or they're on a boat, or there's the guy who's fucking hooking up with these girls in a nightclub, and there's chicks getting their tits out, and there's all this. It's great on a surface level, but just going back to sort of like the basis of what you were talking about before about people overindulging in things when they get dopamine rushes from them, it's actually really, really bad for your sexual health as a man to watch porn and watch all of those videos and flick through them and just see like 10, 15 girls at a time. It like rewires your brain in this other way that sort of like activates your sexuality when you shouldn't be thinking sexual. And it's fucking, man, it must be hard to be a teenager now.
I totally agree. It's hard to be an adult. No, but I fully agree with you, man. See, like, and again, this is one of these things, I think young girls are really misguided as well. Like, they think if I wear less, I get more attention. But you're just getting the wrong type of attention, probably from the wrong type of people. And sometimes you might have a nice bloke, but he's still a bloke, and you're getting the wrong attention because I don't want to say because you gave the wrong message, but you know what I mean? They think that's attention, but it's actually not attention. And it's not the girl's fault that she's been led to believe that that's good attention because of all the stuff she's watched online about girls. And, you know, even like, man, sometimes I feel like an old man. I got kids, I got a daughter and a son. Like, I don't necessarily want my daughter growing up listening to like filthy
Doja Cat.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Bro. It's like rank. It's just, I don't know. I don't like it. Yeah.
I hate that shit. Like, we're talking about music and talking about rap and obviously, but there's like this dark side for women specifically where there's these, girls just rapping about their pussy. Like,
it doesn't feel right, man.
It's not cool, though.
I feel like again, and to sort of in the realm of all of this stuff, I also feel like we as a society, or even just as humankind, we're constantly divided and segregated as much as possible. That's how it feels. Like we're always looking to pick a side. Is it this one or is it this one? Can we not just operate like here again with some balance where like, I don't have to hate you because you do things differently to me. I don't have to hate you because you think different things to me. I don't have to be on that team just because you're on that team, you know? But it feels like that's sort of how it is. And with any of this stuff, I mean, us speaking like this would be considered like terribly bigoted to some people. I don't do it because I'm a bloke saying, girl, this, do this. Like I said, I'm invested. I mean, I was very close to my mum growing up. I got a sister, I got a daughter. Like, I care about girls growing up because I'm a part of them, you know what I mean? Like, they're in my family. So, but young men as well, man, and this touching on what you were saying about the masculinity going away, you're essentially at times made to feel bad for being a bloke or for being yourself or for having like emotions that men have, you know? And I mean in terms of anything, I've had it quite a lot growing up. I've never been like a tiny person, so I'm always cautious of I don't want to come across like I'm trying to be a bully or like I'm trying to be overpowering to a woman or to anybody. But I've had to be cautious, and I've had people say to me, "Oh, I thought you were going to be this, and this based on how you looked." You know what I mean? And I'm like, "No, I'm a nice dude. It's all good." But why was I judged and made to feel that way? Because you guys have seen videos that say big fucking scary blokes mean this and do this, and it's not the truth. It's just what you've consumed online.
Man, I got lost yesterday walking to my car in Applecross. Because, bro, I'm just from Wanneroo.
Yeah, you would have got some looks, eh?
I'm just a little hood kid with a fucking, with a bit of a mullet, bit of a ratty at the back. Anyway, it was hot, bro. I had my work shirt unbuttoned and I was like walking, I had my hard hat in my hand and I'm like blocking the sun from my face. And Applecross is like, I only found out yesterday, it's like this weird fucking like maze of that doesn't look like other streets. Everything's different. So I actually walked like 3 or 4 streets up and then I'd had to come back down and come all the way around. And I'm walking up this hill and this lady pulled into this driveway. And in my head, I was like, oh, say hello to her, like be nice, like whatever. And she'd got out of her car, walked up towards me, saw me, stopped, turned back around, walked to her car and checked if it was unlocked.
Jeez,
and then she's just turned back around and looked at me with this filthy look.
Like,
and I was
I'm
just
watching you, boy.
And I was so like, I just smiled and was like, good afternoon, like how are you?
Doing.
But I was walking, I was thinking, you're a shit cunt. You're a proper shit cunt. Like, that was so there was no hidden at all about it. And I thought, like, it must just be the way that.
Yeah, I mean, look, bro, I get it too. I grew up in Mirrabooka and Balga and some of the northern suburbs around here, which, yeah, I mean, people call them the ghetto. I thought it was all right, but you're definitely dealing with different problems every day, right? Like, I wasn't often out going for jogs because you either get attacked or told to get the fuck inside. But point being, learned behaviour, I think, is one thing. So if my car's been robbed at this house 4 times and I see someone who looks a bit dodgy, I'll be a little bit more on the lookout.
Yeah.
But I don't reckon that's what happened with her. You know what I mean? That was just like a pure prejudgment. Bro, I drive a fucking Tesla.
Yeah.
People see me around that and they're like, excuse me? Like, what are you doing? I'm getting in my car, bro. What are you doing? Like, and I get it. And half the time I'm in a fucking checkered, like, you know, pull over and my flip-flops or my socks and Crocs, and I'll get out of a Tesla and they're like, what the fuck? Where'd you get that? But yeah, it's funny. A lot of prejudgment. But you know what? Sometimes I play it up a bit, not in a nasty way, but like I kind of like to be a little bit cheeky in that, especially if the setting is behave and be on your best behaviour. I'm not very good at that. I can fit in, but I like to push it a little bit, you know. And if I'm getting like looked at and treated a little bit, I'm like, I'll ham it up a little bit to make it entertaining. But yeah,
I do it to the architects at work.
Yeah,
like build big buildings, man. Like fucking 15, 16-story buildings, and like the architects like, do it like this. Yeah, and like when you're the tradesman on site, like up on a scaffolding, fucking 12, 13 meters up in the air, 12 stories, like. It's like, yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, we'll do that for you, bud. No worries. You just draw it and we'll do it. Yeah,
it's all gonna work. It's all gonna work fine. Like, and then all this other shit arises while you're trying to do it their way, and then they never hear the fact that they're wrong. Like, but fair enough to them. They don't have to listen to us. We're just
the plebs building the thing, right?
Pretty much.
I think that is like, because I've worked in construction for a few years growing up, like. I think there's consistent patterns like that. Even in the industry now, like I've been in security for quite a long time, there's always the people on the ground, like boots on the ground type thing, and then there's the people telling them what to do, but there's this middle ground where I'm like, you guys aren't being practical. You don't understand. You can't apply all those theoretical rules to the real world sometimes. And that's where the message gets lost. Because for them, it's like, it's not, it works on my formula. Why doesn't it work there? Because we're fucking human beings and it's the real world. It's just how it is. But point being, it's consistent across a lot of different industries and workplaces and stuff. But it's always there. That bridge between them and us. You know what I mean? And I've always been us. I've not been one of them yet. So yeah.
It's cool that this conversation sort of all circling about like back around to the same thing. Like I knew when I asked you to come on, it was going to be a good chat. I obviously listened to the podcast and Bart, and then, you know, I've been following him quite closely and doing other stuff and that. But like, I love the relatable, normal chat. Like it's just so, it gets people to see a little bit behind the videos of what you like. You're just a normal fucking dude, bro.
Just a dude, bro.
It's the same as everyone else.
That's what I mean when I say like, I feel like I can fit in with most demographics because I like acting, so I can put it on when I need to put it on for the right sort of time, place, circumstance. But really, man, I'm just a grassroots fucking dude. And I have this thing in sometimes I look at things a little bit, I don't know, glass half full, but sometimes it's a bit too much where I'm like, I forget that there's like actual shit cunts out there. I forget that there's actual evil people out there. I just, like I say, man, stems back to the reason I do this shit. I just want every cunt to have a good laugh and feel good and have fun. Because why not? Why can't we? Why does everything have to be so fucking stressful and serious? And it's tiring, bro. It's tiring.
You're a breath of fresh air in amongst a whole bunch of fucking serious motherfuckers.
I'm a big ginger
man.
Fresh air. I'm coming through for you. Easy breeze. Glen 20, these motherfuckers. Yeah.
So who's your favourite person on the Perth scene at the moment, man?
Bro, there's this guy called Trick.Mc, right? No. What a wanker, eh? What a wanker. Nah, dude, I'll go blank. I'll tell you the other thing. I've like, if you mention a name or whatever, have you heard this guy? I'm like, no. Like, I have the short-term memory of a fucking goldfish. Next thing, I'll look on my Instagram and I've had hours of conversations with these people. Like, I've just met that many people recently that, honestly, man, I don't know. But I've heard some seriously good talent, man. And again, there's guys who I think, and I hope they can take just a small piece of inspiration from what I'm doing, not because I'm a good rapper and I'm be yourself, man. Be yourself and just put your authentic shit out there, not just the fancy video clip and not just, you know what I mean? Like, let people know who you are. Because for me, I'm like, if I know who somebody is and I start to sort of magnetize towards their personality and I agree with some of their values and I care about like their opinion, now I want to support them in whatever they do. So if I can take the audience that I have from talking shit on a camera and go, by the way, go check out this song that I've done, I'd hope now that all these people will supportively check out my song that they wouldn't have if I was just the rapper and that's it, you know? So that's one thing that I would definitely say is like, and I can start to see people doing it a bit more now where like it'll just be, hey, I'm just doing freestyle today. And I'm like, fuck yeah, that's good. Like we need more of that stuff, you know, more of that stuff. Yeah, and bro, there's so much room for Australian artists, in my opinion, also globally. Like I think when I was growing up, it was you used to get called cringe and shit if you try to rap Aussie. It just wasn't a thing. It just wasn't a thing. And it would be, I said this on Bard, like it would have been awesome to carve that path and go, oh, I'm going to start the movement. Well, I fucking didn't, right? I was just like, oh, okay, maybe it's dumb and I'll just rap like fucking DMX then or whatever.
Yep.
Now I feel like the world is way more ready to digest what we have. And like, we don't sound fucking stupid and cringe like we used to. There is some serious quality coming out of here.
Bro, that minute that you spat on Bard.
Oh, the one take or whatever.
Fire,
oh,
man.
I appreciate it, bro. That was one of the first little verses I wrote actually over, I think the fellow, Dire Death was the beat maker.
Yep.
It had this like fun bop, cheeky fucking, because that's how I want to come at the raps too. Like a lot of people say to me, why don't you tell stories? You don't tell stories, you don't fucking, your words don't really mean much. They actually do, but I'm just not projecting it as like a story time for that song.
Yep.
Almost, I would say like 99% of the shit that I write has a fucking meaning and a relation to my life or a story in some capacity, but I'm not making it super, super obvious there and then. But also, I'm like, I think it's a little bit in the Aussie culture to be a funny cunt and a bit cheeky and not take yourself too seriously. So I'm like, why can't I rap like that then? Why do I have to all of a sudden become super emotional and dark or I'm a fucking super mad cunt, look at me with all my bitches. Like, can't I just have some fun in the middle here? Play with words, play with flows, make fun noises and fucking talk some shit. Like, people know I ain't here murdering and fucking cutting people's heads and like,
I mean, if
it's a joke, right? Like, I'm having a laugh with words.
It's like, it's why Alter's done so well.
Yeah.
Because he's playing with it and he's making something out of it and it's fucking so good and it's creative, man. Like, I mean, what you do and the videos you make and the accents you do and the raps that you put through, like the whole combination of what you do on your page, I do personally think one day something will happen for you.
That'd be awesome, man. Yeah. And again, not awesome because, then I can buy cars and jewelry. I won't. It's just awesome because then I'll have more people to reach and more people and one day, bro, I'd like to think like, if anything comes of this, let's be cool. When something comes of this, the bigger platform that I can have, the more I can start to fucking give back and open the door for other people. Because again, even like the funniest paradox with this is I've had people quite often go, man, I'd love to do what you do, but I don't have the confidence to get on camera or I don't. Bro, neither did I. Like, neither did I. In fact, when I started this, as I mentioned with the injuries, I was at like my lowest point physically, mentally, like I was like feeling defeated. And I hated myself when I tried to film myself so bad that I was like, no, cunt, you fucking do it because you don't want to do it. I'm living too comfortable. So we're definitely doing it. And then one day, next day, and then before you know it, I'm like, all right, cool, I'm alive. You know, it's me now.
The door to your highest point is at your lowest self.
I love that. Yeah, man, I love that.
I heard it recently. I said it last week. I've been sort of preaching it a lot lately. Like, and you can apply that to so many avenues in your life, man. Like, I didn't necessarily have it when I started this. Like, I was in a pretty good place, but things still, for me, I still had this whole sort of like built up, trapped in energy that I needed to release. You know what I mean? And so like, I think it's really healthy as well for people like yourself to do podcasts as well, because it's also a form of release as well. And you're speaking about what you're doing, and then you're going to go back next week and do a whole bunch of videos and do a whole bunch of other shit. And you sort of look on it from a hindsight of going like, man, when I was speaking to that guy at the recovery tapes about that, like now this is sort of making more sense to me of why I'm doing
already,
it.
I mean, even yourself mentioning like, oh, your day at work when you watch it, that's like, fucking, I'm like, we got to stop this because I've got videos to make in case someone else needs to fucking boost up. You know what I mean? That's wicked. So that's going to carry motivation. Every time I comments and like we laugh, man. I do videos about some of the negative comments I get too, but it's all fun and games. You're not going to fucking bother me online. You know, the only people that can really hurt me are people I care about. And my circle of loved ones is small, and it's whatever. But I have fun with some of the negative stuff. It is funny, and I still don't know who that fucking toy jellyfish person is who's coming after me. But it's all right. Anyway, what were we saying before you get me going? I'm jumping that ring.
They're so hateful. Bro.
Yeah, I know. I've been there. I've never done that. Like, I've never been that much of a dick. But when you're feeling away, you're fucking projected on everybody, eh? And I've experienced a lot of that in the last year. Where even if I have this thing, bro. If I'm having a shit day, that's not their fault. Anyone else. So when I go out, work, fucking walking down the street at the shops, I will sink my shit low and deep so that I can play nice, so that you don't experience my negative energy. And it got harder and harder the more sort of hole you start to dig yourself into mentally. I was at a point where I wasn't masking it anymore, and I was going for a drive, and I'm like, why is everyone fucking cutting me off? Why is everyone brake checking me? It's me. I'm the one being a fucking negative, angry bastard. So once I'd sorted that out, no one cuts me off anymore. You know, nothing changed. I fucking changed. So it's about what you put out, you will probably receive. And also, if people give me shit and I'm in a good place in my life, all good, buddy. Like, hope you have a better day. You know what I mean? If I'm I'm like, you know all my darkest secrets. That's why you're being nasty to me. So now I feel offended. You know, it's like, yeah, fuck. Online though, it's funny, man, because it doesn't even feel like a real world. It's just. And then how can I be scared, angry, or emotional I don't even know who I'm talking to. So that's why I don't understand sometimes the fake. If it's a troll and it's for a laugh, bro, I'll laugh with them. But some of them have been like pretty dark, and I'm like, holy jeez, all right, relax, bro.
The conspiracy video I put up for me, I've got my hoodie on before I go into work, because I just do my videos walking from my car to the job site, and I'll just post them like whatever. And it was like, man, some of the comments were fucking brutal, bro. Yeah. Like, I didn't take it personally because I'm like, I'm clearly not that. Like, I know deep within my core I'm not that. But yeah, I've never been called worse things in real life. The people on the internet have called me the worst thing since I started putting myself online. It's fucking insane.
It's unreal. And again, like, everybody knows this stuff, but there's this weird comfort I think people get from being anonymous, you know, and it's a big weakness, man, because if I want to say something negative about someone, if it's deserved, then I should be able to say that as myself.
Yep.
If I'm not too sure, then shush, just move on and don't worry about it. Don't get involved. If it's important enough that you feel that it's justified, then why can't you say it as yourself? Because if you got to hide to say it, then you know you're probably wrong.
Community group chats are the worst for that. You'll see, like, they have these weird names that you can select. Like, you see like these stupid names, like, I don't know, like something banana or like something avocado or some shit like that. Or like, it's like, who
says you're a loser and you know nothing. Yeah, it's fascinating. It's fascinating. And half the time, bro, I'll say something nice back to them, and they're like, oh yeah, sorry about that, man. Such and such has followed you. I'm like, that's hilarious. All you had to do was just be like, hey, man, I don't know. People just want to vent, I guess.
I think that's the other thing about the internet and about like what we do and putting ourselves out there and that. Like, we obviously know there's the negative element that's going to come from it and this and that. But I think what you said before is important. Like, you do get those messages and those comments from people that are saying like, hey, thank you. Like, you really helped me. Like, I had a guy messaged me on TikTok and he's like, I started this because of you.
Wow. Yeah, that's wicked.
And I was like, did you? Like, fuck off. Like,
that's crazy.
Like, no. And he's like, dude, like, you're just a fucking guy, the same as me.
Yeah.
And like every day you were just uploading, because my whole journey for all of this started on TikTok.
Yep.
I put in a video of me recording in my car saying like, so I've been clean for 8 years now.
Yep.
Like I don't really go to meetings. Like I haven't really spoken to anyone about it, like da-da-da. And you know how it works, man. That video went fucking whatever it went. And there was all these comments and people saying like, do another video, like do this and do that. So I started doing it. And then that's where it built for me. I was sort of like, I got to the point with TikTok where I was like, half of these people aren't real. They're bots. Like this is, so I jumped over to Instagram, and then since I've jumped over to Instagram to focus on more like yourself, it's, I've really seen the connection with people. And then some of the other guys that one of them trains here, he said to me, hey bro, like I was getting nosebleeds. I was like having this happen. He's like, man, you inspire me so much, dude. And I was like, I made a video about it, put the comment up in the sticker and shit. But just the fact that like, some other blokes in our city have seen my content and started their own page or admitted to themselves like I need help. Yeah. It's fucking huge, man.
Isn't it crazy? There's this old movie, man, like the butterfly effect or whatever, and the principle being one little fucking ripple that you make over here can cause that, and then, and again, like I would love to think, I mean, I've thought about it in terms of maybe I'm not the one with the fucking higher purpose. What if it's I need to achieve the basics so that someone else can benefit from what I've done, so that someone else can benefit from what I've done, and that's way more fulfilling again than looking at everything from a personal angle. But also, like, there was another point I wanted to make. You were talking about being a normal, grounded fucking human being. You know how we were saying some of these like famous people feel out of reach? I'll give you a dumb example. Like, I've always loved my training and my strength training and whatever. I've kept myself relatively healthy until the last few years, right? Now, when I see a semi-overweight dad in his garage fucking moving some kettlebells around, that makes me want to get my ass up and hit the bag or do something, hit the boxing bag, or do something, right? Not
don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs, you're bad, okay? I want to get up and do something. If I see fucking super bodybuilder such and such doing his thing, it's so far out of reach, I'm like, ugh. I'm never going to reach that anymore. So the ants on the ground motivate the shit out of me. Like the normal everyday guy, dad doing his thing, that gets me to want to go train, not the world champions, because again, one day it used to, when I was right into my fitness, I used to look to the strongest people in the world and the people in the world. Now, if I look at their stuff, it's like a millennia away. I'm never going to be that. So there's no point in doing any of it.
Man, Daniel Dawson had a really interesting topic that he said when we had the yarn here. When he started all this, if you wanted to watch a Muay Thai fight when he was coming up, you had to like go to a specific shop and buy like a specific fight tape from somewhere in Thailand that had been like sent over in a sea container with like a VCR, man, like, and took like fucking 4 weeks to get it, you know what I mean? And nowadays you just fucking turn on your phone, it's right there, like.
And then go, he's shit, shit. Yeah, that's like, what I mean. You got these kids thinking.
And then like even for us, like, do you remember MTV? How big MTV was? Or like even Video Hits, bro, like, it's like, fuck, man, seen that guy's song, like, must be huge to get there.
Same as, like we were saying, with us receiving news from the top. Like it used to be, I used to wake up and it was fucking Cheese TV or something, and that was my cartoons I was watching. And then, like you said, on the radio, that's what was playing. You didn't have a choice. You fucking heard what they told you to hear. Now, it's open source, everything.
My cousin just used to change, my girl cousin just used to fucking change radio stations, like continuously, man. He's doing my fucking head in, Shout out to you, Sarah. I know you're doing really well at the moment, actually.
Torment, that's awesome. You got to torment. Like I have it with my kids now. Can I listen to this? And you're like, before you've typed it in, they want to listen to something else. And then I'm like, when I was a kid, we used to have to listen to whatever was on. When I was a kid, you didn't get to change the channel. So, I'm that fucking guy now. But yeah, everything is too fucking fast and too available, bro, But it can also be such a powerful tool, right? Like imagine you're a fighter nowadays.
Oh, bro.
You can within a second have footage of your opponent up. That's crazy. I remember, like, because I'm a nerd for the UFC and stuff, the MMA stuff. I remember when I was a teenager having to like go to obscure video stores, and it's like next to the porn section was these like old Ken Shamrock cage fights, And now like that's blown up massive as well. But yeah, old fight footage, man.
It's fucking insane. Like, this episode's been really good. I like just talking to people because it's so easy, relatable. Everyone can fucking relate to this. Like, and like you said, it's almost some taboo topics within this conversation that would be sort of, oh, fuck, you said that. Like, you can't say that or whatever.
But do we all pretend we don't talk about this shit with our mates, though? That's what's crazy. For a long time, we had to pretend we didn't. Like, you had to pretend that you didn't think that or you didn't say that or whatever, and that's a crazy world to start. And I do feel, man, I'm the last person to fucking ask about politics. Up until a couple of years ago, I was like, I don't fucking care. Like, what impact am I going to have? But it started to get so skewed that I'm like, started paying a little bit of attention. That's when I know it's bad, when I'm paying a little bit of attention to politics, bro. But I feel like there's been a bit of a shift. There's been a little bit of a shift where it was really going like, you couldn't look, speak, say this. You felt like you're a criminal for even just existing, you know what I mean?
Like the UK.
Yeah.
Bro, that's gone.
Doesn't
absolutely
look good, man.
No, man, like,
that's all me fucking mates. All me fucking...
You do that so fucking well. No, but man, there's people gone to jail for fucking saying what their opinions online, man. And they're getting a lot. Like, the one I saw, the dude got fucking... I mean, a better one to go with that people can more relate to from sort of our generation on the rap thing of what we're talking about as well. Have you seen what happened to Young Philly here in Perth?
No.
Fuck, do you know who Young Philly is?
No, I know the name, but I can't.
Young Philly's a UK rapper, right?
Yep.
And they had a podcast, and probably like 1 or 2 years ago in the UK, man, he was like fucking one of the biggest things going.
Right.
Like one of the biggest things going.
Yeah.
Comedy, sketches, rap shows, gigs, fucking paid sponsorships. The guy was, I think, our age, like 31, 32, something like that. He come over here to Perth to do a tour. Anyway, down at Hillary's at Bar 120, he fucking, this chick put in this rape allegation against him. So everything that he built or done, the media come at him.
And I bet it was...
It's gone now. He's got nothing.
I was going to say, I bet they came at him before anything was actually finalised or figured out, right? Because I'm not familiar with that story, but I know how it goes when you get accused.
Hectic, bro.
Yeah, that's
so he
fucked.
beat the charge recently, and now he's having to go back for a retrial.
Fuck.
But
See, this is the problem. If 1 million people see the headline such and such, rape, whatever it is, okay, 1 million people are not going to see the result if it's positive. And even if they do, for how long has that 1 million people had this opinion of you? So now it's like, oh, isn't that the rape dude? Isn't that the...
Well, that's what he is now.
That's fucked up. That's
what he is now. So, like, obviously nobody knows what happens apart from him and the person. I mean, I might have the story not 100% either as well. But one thing I do know that is true is he's been here in Perth and he's not allowed to leave for like the last 3 years or so because of what's going on. And so everything that he had back in the UK from what he built, all the sponsorships, all the connections, everybody, all they see him as is, like you just said, the rape guy in Australia. And it's fucking, man, like...
Now it doesn't matter who's innocent or not. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, let's assume he's innocent because I'm just not familiar with the story at all, really. But let's assume a person in that position is innocent. Like I said, those negative impacts have still crushed everything on the way to showing you're innocent. So
I mean, and if he did do it, fuck him. He deserves everything that fucking come his way. But like, in the world that we live in, people are entitled to go and defend themselves or put their case up. And I don't know.
As I said, I've working in like security and security related industries. I've seen micro versions of those things happen hundreds and hundreds of times. I've either witnessed things happen and go, that what you said is not what happened, and how like damaging that could have been if there wasn't a witness. You know what I mean? So like, I've seen it unfold, whether it's assault, whether it's all sorts of stuff, and it's pretty fucking bad that it is. Even though we say innocent until proven guilty, perception is reality, and people's perception, you're not innocent once you've been labelled something, and that's fucking rough. And I don't know how somebody could do that to somebody. Like, how could you go, I'm knowingly going to lie, and I'm not saying this is the case with Philly or whatever, I'm just saying in general. How could you lie knowing you're going to completely destroy somebody's life for what, a bit of money or a bit of... You know, and that's where me not giving a shit about money makes me happy, because like I couldn't do that to somebody's life. You know,
no, it's fucking, man. There's there's a lot of shit going on at the moment. Like, that's the reason I wanted to get you to come on, is because this has been a wicked episode, bro. We've been recording for what, an hour and 10 minutes.
Crazy. I told you, I had a laugh on Bard. He's like, oh, we'll try and keep the conversation going. I'm like, say no more, bro. You will not have an issue. Keep the conversation going. And then we didn't even speak about fucking rap or music. It's just a chat, bro.
I've mentioned him a few times. I want to give him a shout out, bro. He asked me to come on next month. So
Nice.
I'm going to go meet him
Cool.
and catch up with him. But I love what he's doing. He's fucking...
I think, and this is another thing, and just to skew back into music, right? When I came into this whole scene, you can pretty quickly see the people who are really guarding their little baby, their treasure, and their fucking following or their stuff. In my opinion, I'm like, just sit back for a second. If you like a song, I will listen to a song a million fucking times, and then I'll go and listen to people who are on songs with him or who are in the same category as him. So all of a sudden, hearing one good Aussie hip hop song has now made me go and familiarize with 5, 6, 10 different artists. But if he wasn't sharing all that stuff and like putting it out there, and I only knew about him, all these people don't get to eat now. My point is, like, you don't need to guard your fucking music or your art like there's only one of it. And like the consumer only has one song that they're allowed to buy for their whole life. Like, share shit, man. Like, when I see something that I like, people like message me, I can't believe you reposted my thing. I'm like, it's a fucking button, bro. You just press a button and now, like, hopefully a whole bunch of people have seen your stuff too. Whereas people will charge you for that shit, you know, like, oh yeah, I'll reshare it, but it'll cost you this much. It's like, fuck, all right.
Are you familiar with familiaration biased, it's called?
No, explain.
So
please.
It is a term from social media, right?
Yeah.
And it is when, say, for example, you've known me since high school and we grew up together, you know my parents, you fucking know everything about me, right? You could have a person that shares a pointless, mind-numbing, retarded video and your friend, or like you in the example, right, is going to be like, comment, reshare. But when they scroll up to the next video, it's you.
Right.
They're familiar with you and they don't listen to your message. Your message could be the best thing that they could have need to hear, but because they're familiar with who you are as a person, they can't actually hear your message for what it is.
Yeah.
And it's this like, well, you've probably seen people posting about it. It's like, well, why aren't my friends following me, or why isn't this and that? And like, if everybody was all over their shit, people would have hundreds of fucking likes on every post they got. You know?
Yeah, that's very interesting, and I can relate to what you're saying in something like, well, in many things in life. Anyone ever told their fucking missus, like, come on, sweetie, run faster? You'll get punched in the back of the head. Yeah. But if the PT says it, it's all good, you know? Or like my brother owns a gym and PTs and stuff, and because if he tells me to do something, I'm like, the fuck, what do you know, little bro? But he's right. He's like one of the best ones going. So yeah, I've definitely experienced that a lot in other aspects. And that's so true. It is so true. Because I mean, I have this thing, bro. I do think a lot of people are a little bit too caught up in things like that. Oh, why didn't you invite me to your party? Why didn't you share? Sometimes I watch the funniest shit and then I've laughed at it so hard that I close my app and it's done me good, but I actually forgot to like it and share it, and it wasn't deliberate. So I'd hate for those people to then go, oh, he didn't reshare my stuff. But like, so I don't like when people whinge and cry about it, but that's a pretty good point that you've nailed there, because I do it. I did it the other day with my brother's post. He posted something about his gym and I'm like, yay. I didn't even watch the video, but I just wanted to be supportive, but I didn't even watch the video. You know, whereas there was probably a really deep message in there for me to take away.
There you go. I taught you something, bro.
Yeah,
That's
what
you can take from the pod.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Bro, thank you so much for coming on.
No
this
worries,
has been
bro.
a fucking really good chat. I
No
think
worries.
It's good
Flown by.
Yeah, man. I think people love it too, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I've done it with a few people. Going to hopefully get DJ Lucy and Black next week, bro.
Yep, cool.
Yep.
Yep,
And then
wicked.
after that, I think I'm going to have to extend this month out.
Yeah,
a little
we
bit
got
more.
some cool rappers around. We got some shit to talk about.
I've really
wicked.
enjoyed it as the host of the podcast
Yeah.
too. Like, Fat Jack, Bitter, you, hopefully DJ Lucy and Black, and get Alter Kane, and get Kid Crook back on because he's fucking just about to, he's just dropped his first album, all the rest of it. But there's even more people I could get on, because I think it's good for people to see and hear relatable, normal chat about the people that they follow on social media, because it just makes it better for them when they know the person behind the screen isn't what we were saying before. This
perfect
fucking,
angel,
yeah,
fucking
man.
out of reach, yeah. And also, like, for people to hopefully, I mean, even if it's just a few, if this is the push to go, I can do that.
Yep.
Like, look at us sitting here talking like plebs today, and then you go and look and see. You just mentioned a bunch of fucking rappers, and I'm like, why am I there? Like, I'm not a rapper. I'm just a fucking dude who does some silly shit on the internet. But then other people are like, oh, I can't believe I'm talking to Trick, a real rapper. I'm like, whoa, I'm not a real. You know what I mean? So that'll be cool, man. If we can get some people going too. Yeah.
Definitely, man. It's definitely good to have you in the category with it all because, like, even though you might not consider yourself to be up in the mix, you are hard,
legend, bro. I appreciate that a lot. No, I appreciate it a lot. And I appreciate everybody and all the support. And for all the negatives, there's a million positives. So, yeah, awesome, bro. Been really good to chat and good to meet you. And I'm pumped to make some more motivational videos now.
Yeah, bro. So just before we go and just before we close the podcast off, what positive message or affirmation or quote or anything like that do you have that you want to share with people who do watch your stuff, man?
I won't be cheesy or anything because I'm probably not very good at it. But one thing I'll say that really shines through for me is just find your authenticity and be your authentic self and find a way to fucking deliver or give that power or that message to whatever your niche is. Find your authenticity and then fit that into your desired category, niche, or whatever, man. People love authenticity. Be authentic.
Fuck yeah. All right, people. Well, we'll be back next week for another podcast. And thank you very much for taking the time to watch or listen. If you do need any help, please feel free to message either of us. Reach out. I'm sure we'll both be right there to respond to you because, like we said before, it's more about the relatability and being there for people and helping rather than being this cocksucker with a huge platform.
100%. I'm here for a chat anytime.
All right, people.
No worries.
Thank you so much for listening. Stay safe and stay sober. Peace.
Good on you. Peace, boys and girls. Wicked, bro.